It's all about me, dear.
Only 24 hours left till the end is nigh. Strap your seatbelt, hold on tight. Take me dead or alive. I'd rather live than survive.
Shoo-doo-be-doo. I definitely do like it. So like old Hollywood looks, but also at the moment I'd say I'm being more inspired by you know, kind of modern pop culture. Yeah, modern pop culture I'd say at the moment, but I also really do like burlesque looks as well. Like that's definitely something I'm starting to play with, and I think in the future will be a big look for me. Because I mean that's the great thing about being able to change a wig and change a look.
So which drag stars do you admire?
Oh well, obviously there's like RuPaul, who, you know, has been around since I was a child even, and just, you know, he's amazing. Then there's people that are a bit more on an alternative side, like Amanda Lepore, who I think is amazing. You know, who else? You see, there is like a thing really. There isn't a great deal of drag stars. I also am inspired by people like Jeffree Star though, who's not particularly a drag queen, but got this very androgynous look, which could quite easily go into a drag kind of genre. And then, you know, there's films as well that are quite inspiring, where drag is concerned and dressing up. Things like Party Monster, you know, that shows the club kids of New York and, you know, the way things went down like years ago back in the day, I suppose. Marilyn Manson's in that in drag. Okay, plays Christina, quite scary. But you know, would you expect anything else from Marilyn Manson really? But definitely, you see, yeah, I also get like inspiration from people like that sort of thing, Marilyn Manson, that sort of stuff, like people who are not scared to go crazy with makeup and try different things. And then there's also lots of drag queens on the club scene, such as, you know, Dusty O, who always looks absolutely outstandingly amazing, like, wow. And then there's Bags of Chips, she's amazing too. You know, these are all like people that are like probably more London based. I think the North definitely is ready for some new drag talent, without a doubt.
So you're saying that's you?
No, not me. I'm just saying, well, why not me? Maybe me. Who knows? Who knows what the future may hold? But, you know, I've not even got my foot in the door of that stuff properly yet. But it's something I'd inspire to do.
Drag in films. I mean, obviously everyone knows the big films of the 90s, which are from America, Tu Wong Fu, and from Australia, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Sure.
Now, both films star very well-known straight actors who generally don't sort of do drag, but the films are still phenomenally sort of well accepted. Do you think these sort of actors are helping to pave a way, sort of a way of acceptance for this sort of lifestyle?
Sure, I think, you know, the more things like Birdcage, Tu Wong Fu, you know, all them sort of films, the more people see them sort of things, probably, definitely, no, in fact, definitely, people sort of like see a lot more acceptable. Yeah, you know, I think there's a lot of people that love drag and find it, you know, extremely entertaining, fun, and then I don't know. I think a lot more people accept it than people actually realise. Make it slightly more accessible, because I think people sometimes are a little bit scared by doing the more alternative stuff of drag, or like, I'm sorry, talking of RuPaul before, Sharon Needles, like, she is outstandingly amazing. Like, she brings a whole different thing to drag. She changes, she's sort of like brought a whole new energy to it. It's a lot more cutting, a lot more sort of almost like evil drag, but done in such an amazing way.
What do you think sort of scares the whole sort of ABC One demographic about what is basically a man, say, in a wig and female clothes?
Do I think scares them? Um, I don't know if so much as they're scared. I just don't think. I think you've got to kind of sort of make things that a lot of people are gonna be able to relate with, and not everybody is gonna relate with drag. So they try and sort of like please the masses. But I actually do think they underestimate how many people do love the whole tranny drag kind of thing. And I think it can be also quite controversial. I think Channel 4 could get away with doing a lot more about it. There's been some amazing programmes actually on transsexual things like My Transsexual Summer. And that was groundbreaking. I mean, people watched it and they just thought it was amazing. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was addicted. Like, literally addicted.
Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us the story behind why you chose that name.
Angel. Well, it's really stupid this, but 8 years ago I got my tongue pierced, and my mum was really against it. She hated it. She really did actually hate me getting my tongue pierced. She accepts that I wear a dress, but getting your tongue pierced, ooh, not so good. But yeah, so all week she purposely went out and made all the favourite food that I love, and as you can tell, I like my food. But she basically went out and made all this food that I loved all the time, but I didn't like. I made out to her it was really affecting me, but in all fairness, I couldn't have ate it anyway because my tongue was still too swollen. So I literally lived off Angel Delight, and after that, I got quite addicted to it. So why not name yourself after it? Angel Delight, Swedish sugar honey.
Have you ever done any professional work as Angel?
No, I've done like a few photographic stuff, mostly for friends and stuff like that, but nothing proper professional, because for me this is like, it's not like a new thing. I've always been like, I've always sort of like dressed up and done that stuff, but it was always like kind of a bit more behind closed doors, sort of like as a child and stuff like that. And it's only in the last couple of years that I've like started to do the whole dressing up thing. I've always done the more androgynous thing, sort of like I very much so in my earlier 20s. I used to do like a lot of gender bending kind of stuff, club nights and stuff like that, which was always really, really fun.
You said in the past, particularly, let's just probably say the late 90s, and when you were growing up, places like, say, Manchester, which have always been sort of quite open to different cultures and background. You've said in the past about sort of the type of makeup that you'd wear, the way you'd do your hair, the things that you'd dress, not sort of like a lot of the other lads. It's sort of a lot like the 80s themes that you were going for.
Oh yeah, me, Lucas, aka Lucy, and Tranny Danny and Aidan and a few, like a big gang of us. We used to be really into like the more electro indie kind of scene. So we used to do take a lot of inspiration from people like David Bowie, a lot of the 80s sort of Boy George, you know, 80s kind of like pop stars icons, and kind of put our own little twist on it. Experiment with fashion, with, you know, clothes, making, like, you know, sort of like still being a boy but barely, sort of, you know, that kind of.
What sort of reactions did it get from people when you went into the clubs?
The people in the clubs, because obviously they were quite like-minded to us. They were, you know, liked the fact that we used to do all like crazy looks and, you know, almost like, I suppose, club kiddish in a lot of ways. We used to do that sort of thing, so they kind of loved it. Not so much the scallies walking to the clubs though.
Dudes.
I used to get spat at sometimes.
Right.
But you know, what's a bit of spit between scallies and queens?
So is that so the worst things that's ever happened to you in sort of the years that you've done it?
Nobody's ever actually physically attacked me. Oh, I got a kebab thrown at me once. I was really upset. I was wearing Vivienne Westwood, and it was really funny because there was me and Luca, aka Lucas, walking down the street, and he was like wolf whistling at us and stuff, and then he got closer to us, and we were just like laughing, and he went, "You're blokes! You're both blokes!" Threw a kebab right at us. It was like, oh dear, we didn't even say anything to him, you know. It was like he was wolf whistling, heckling us. It went like we were heckling him, and then we get a kebab thrown at us for it. Well, you know, the meat on the shoulder tasted great. It was all for a bit of meat. Oh, it feels so much nicer now. We just walked out.
You're not sweating as much. Sing a song for us.
Oh, sure.
What would you like to sing for us today?
I don't know really. Here comes the sun.
Da, 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 da. It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's
Let's follow you into the park.
That's all we need.
Stains on your dress.
No, it's green, isn't it?
Are you going to the ball tonight?
So I'm going to work later.
Why would you wear? Oh, don't even do it. That's Patrick, what's your name?
I'm Angel.
Oh, hi Angel, I'm Ethan.
Are you filming us?
Is this for documentary?
It's going to be on TV.
He's already his head list, so he's on Gypsy Weddings next season.
Bye, babe. See ya.
See you later.
So is there any particular looks that have stood out for you so far? Anything that's popular?
My looks.
Your looks? Anybody else's looks that have stood out?
Yeah, I've seen some really gorgeous burlesque looking girls.
Alright.
Okay. They just walked past us before. I've not seen them since, but they've been really quite good. A little jealous, maybe.
Let's give the girls some else. This is the last song before we get.
Sweating like a fucker since about 12 o'clock today. But compared to a lot of people, I am still glamorous bitches. Drunk.
But fabulous. The ones that you feel are
Sorry,
the ones that you feel haven't made the effort, what is it that makes the people that haven't made the effort stand out?
Have a fucking shave. What was the Have a shave. And you know, glam it up. Don't just try and be grandma. What's that about? Hello, where are you beautiful? Oh, right. Come on, we're going to find Lulu.
Who are we meeting?
Lulu.
And where do you know him from?
I know him since I was a child. He's my tranny friend. There's mine.
So what do you make of Sparkle then for this year?
It's been really good, but the vodka has massively helped.
What are you saying, boy?
Actually, no, not vodka, wine, everything.
Are you definitely coming back next year?
Oh, man.
Sure. Sure. We'll do that. Come on. Come on. Why would you not bring Madonnas everywhere? You know, Sparkle's been great, it's been funny.
So, what is Sparkle to you? What does it mean to you?
Self-expression.
So it's an opportunity.
Just, even if it's just one day a year, just to do what you want. Kind of thing.
Express yourself.
Express yourself, as the great Queen Madonna once said. Oh, but my feet are killing. So can I express that? Murder.